Coming up for your main event, the Vitruvian H.A.C.K.S Series Z,
TURNBUCKLE BITER Sporting Ghoul,
and ANTONIA AVILLES Zombie Puncher. Stick around. Hello and welcome to Crossfire Collectibles. Phil and
Aiden.
We have a little double team here, or double match, dual match, whatever. So we got two more Vitruvian H.A.C.K.S from the Series Z series, and we have the Turnbuckle Biter, the Sporting Ghoul, and Antonia Avilles Zombie Puncher. So first off, as you can see, Turnbuckle, he is loose. That's because I picked him up on eBay and I couldn't resist for 10 bucks. So I got him. So he's got all his stuff out ready to go. I do not have a card with that, but that's no problem. I'll show you guys a screenshot of that later in the video. And then we got our package in the mail from Boss Fight Studio itself. And we got like a good handful of goodies with that. And she was one of them. So, alright, first things first, we'll go ahead and go over the Sporting Ghoul since he's already loose. I'll show you right here. This is his card, and you know, you can see you got the front art cover, and flip it around. You know, you have the back stuff, you know, with the bio, you know, the historical documentation, war diary, all that good stuff. So, go ahead and give you guys a chance to pause that if you want to read it. I'll leave it up for a second.
If you're new to the channel, make sure to like, share, subscribe for future content.
And then we'll go ahead and move on to the Turnbuckle Biter. So here he is. I already have his stand out. So let's just go ahead and show off the accessories first. So here's the stand, typical Series Z stand. 2 pegs for the hole. Got that symbol. A couple little holes in there for like body parts and all. Here's an arm, like a severed arm, you know, partially eaten with the bone in it, bloody on the ends. This doesn't have anywhere to stick on there, so I don't know, but there's that. Let me see. There's also a bloody machete. I notice a lot of these figures come with a lot of the same accessories. This come with, you know, several of the figures I've shown off already. He has an extra pair of hands that are on hinged pegs. As you can see right here, they're bloody. This one's all kind of open and like reaching, rah. And that one is almost like a trigger finger. You know, bloody knuckles and all. Cool stuff. I like this hand. I might take it and I'll use it. But we'll leave that to the side. The figure currently has bare feet, but he does come with these little shoes. I wouldn't call them sneakers, but I wouldn't call them boxing shoes either. It's just a little odd, you know, like all black with the red sole. Almost like it has a little shell toe on the front. As I've said with plenty of the figures before, you know, they're all compatible. So like with this, you know, you can do this with any of the Vitruvian H.A.C.K.S figures. Pop the foot right off, and you have a peg right there, and you get the right foot. And if you want, you can give him some shoes, or give him you know, one barefoot and one shoe foot, which might look a little ridiculous, but damn, this one don't want to go in. We just gotta wiggle it. And we have shoe and barefoot. Cool. But we'll get back into him. All right, so he's got a second head, and this is, you know, just a zombie with a, I guess, a severed top of his head. Almost like he was scalped, but it went a little into his brain. So you take the machete and like, you know, clean off. Cool stuff. You can see some brain in there. Pretty cool. The double ball joint. And you got some teeth. Blood running down the face on the mouth. That's cool looking. There's pretty good detail on it. He has this second ab piece. As you can see on the figure, this is the part I have on him. It has the entrails hanging out and, you know, drooping over his crotch and all. You can swap it out and use this piece if you want, but I'm sticking with this one. I just think it looks cooler. But there's that. Alright, he comes with some boxing headgear. So, HFS on the front. Not sure what that means. It's in a white, green, and orange colors. A little bit black in there too, and some red. If you want, you can plop that on him like that. So, like, you know, he's ready to go in the battle. And he also has a pair of green and black boxing gloves. So they have, you know, blood on the hands. You can see a little bit. Got that white spot right here. They're pretty neat. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this hand off, which will actually stay off because I'm gonna use that other hand at the end of this when we're finished. But for now, I'm gonna when I gear him up, I'm gonna leave the boxing gloves on him so we can have like a little square off with him and Antonia. So yeah, that's kind of what you're looking with here. So as I mentioned, the hands, you know, they're on a pegged hinge, so I can move all around. Once you got the gloves on, you know, they can rotate around. The arms will do a full 360. They can come out like so, you know, stretch straight out. Single jointed elbow. Like the head's on ball joint, does 360. He's got this torso rotation. He does also have a waist rotation. Crunch, if you want to consider that. You know, backward and forward. So here's the legs. Pretty good mobility. Out that far, forward that far. The back sucks, but it is what it is. And the legs are on a double jointed knee. And we've seen the foot as we messed around with the shoed foot on this one. But yeah, so that's that. I'm gonna leave him in this pose with just one shoe on because that's how he is gonna face off against Antonia. And then we'll get ready for her. So let's stand him up and get him out the way. Pose and get his accessories all together. Big old clutter of mess over there, but it's all good. All right, so here is Antonia Avilles, the Zombie Puncher. She comes with quite a few accessories as well, and we have her cards, and she's new. She's directly from Boss Fight. Spin around to the back. See all the other figures in here. We have him, so he'll be coming up. We haven't showed it yet though, but he will be coming. These two, of course, in this video, and Brittany Bites, I believe, was the first one we did. So here's her file card. You know, you can see her historical documentation and war diary. I'll try to get it a decent frame for you. So if you want to read it, go ahead and pause it. It's a lot to read, but that's why I'm not reading these. And these awesome packs where you can just pop that lip, take the card right out. You know, you don't damage it at all. That's awesome. I really do like how they did that. So moving over to her accessory bag right here. There's plenty of accessories in there, but there's also the bag. And just it's torn open some. Dump these out. So first, her stand. Of course, another Series E stand. 2 pegs. Holes for any body parts that'll fit on there. And the symbol. Forgot the bottom on the last one, but I'll say it here. You know, on the bottom you have this little Boss Fight stamp. Manufacturing's mark. She has a pair of grip hands. So, you know, they're on the hinge peg. So moving on, go ahead and pop the plastic off of here, and we'll go over all the parts in here. So first, another machete. Bloody. This is more blood splatter, not, you know, like sliced cake like how Turnbuckles is. This is like she's been chopping, you know, blood's all over it. That one just looks like it was a clean swipe if you want to take the top of his head off or something. Nice detail. You know, you have the silver underneath with the blood splatter over it, the black handle. Cool stuff. She has a second bladed weapon, which maybe just a big type of survival knife or something. I'm not exactly sure what this is. This one's seen quite a bit of battle. You know, it has some scratches on the blade. I don't know if you can see them too well, but it's also a lot of blood splatter. Has a thinner handle that kind of, you know, grooves around on the side. It's got some deeper scratches on it. You know, you can probably see this one up front here. A big, nice big chunk in the front. Dickhead. Nice big chunk in the front. And yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that one kind of better. Alright, so moving on. Get out. I'm just gonna dump her shit out for the most part. Alright, next she has a broom. This is similar to the one you've seen with I believe it was the irradiated undead. But you know, you have the handle here. You have it could almost be leather straps around the top, maybe, that, you know, give it more of a grip. And then the bottom, you know, you have this green muck on the brush itself. Some blood around it. It's really cool. This might look good in my little creep show setup to be next to the crate. What do you think?
I think it's pretty cool. I think it would look good with the crate as like kind of like a little set piece.
Yeah, like a backdrop.
But, yeah.
Could make a custom of like a Henry, you know, cleaning it or something. But I'm not gonna do all that. All right, here you have a torso for the stand. Well, I'm assuming for the stands, that's what they go with, because you know they do have them 2 pegs on it. And like you've seen in the other videos, you can just plug them right on into the stand like that. This one, I think it's the same as the other one, it's just a little different paint job. This has more of a brownish, you know, paint job with it, with some green entrails hanging off, you know, just bloody all over. Cool stuff.
Something you could do with that is, you know, remember in Return of the Living Dead where they had like the zombie girl laying on the thing, and she was like in half, and she
Yeah,
was, like,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right, here, so we're getting into her boxing gear. So here you have her headgear, which is pink, has HFS on the front, and she has a pair of pink boxing gloves, HFS on the tops of each, and really bloody on this one, especially the right. That's like caked in blood. Not the left so much. She must be a right-hander. They look cool. These figures have come with the most accessories of all of them, I think, so far. Okay, so here is head 1. So this is a short-haired version. You know, black hair. You have the face. You have the double-headed ball joint up in her neck. That looks alright. It's not the best, but it's alright. And then finally, we'll get on to Antonia herself. So here she is. This is a bald version, I guess. Maybe she just has a shaved head. Hairline comes down pretty far, which is crazy. Same articulation. I'm not going to go over too much detail, you know, because we already did turnbuckle. But let me see. Most of these hacks, their clothing will come off, but this looks like it's actually molded onto her, so that's cool. She has like the sport bra on, some training pants, you know, in the dark blue with the light blue, you know, designs on them. The light blue top. Let's check it out. Get her arms moved around some. You come down. So I guess these are more like capris almost. You know, they stop just below the knee, and they come down to some black sneakers with some white soles. They're pretty much the same. They're repainted of turnbuckles. They kept the black. They just added white instead of the red. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pop her hands off, and we'll gear her up. So what we'll do is start with the boxing gloves. We'll get this this left one on first, and then the right. And now once we do set her up and use her in the zombie outbreak set, I don't think I'm gonna have them as boxers. I'll set them up as some kind of like survivors. I mean, who the hell is gonna go into a zombie apocalypse fight, you know, with boxing gear on? Or give me a minigun or something. Anyway, yeah, kind of put your dukes up. Put your dukes up. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get her on her stand. So I'll leave the little torso on here because, you know, maybe she's... Actually, I'm going to take it off. her hanging out some. I don't know. Maybe she's already knocked a couple of these out, and now it's Turnbuckle's time. He's ready for the match. So yeah, that's all their accessories. Let's go ahead and get them two on the turntable, and we'll give you some final thoughts. All right, so there you have it. There's your Vitruvian H.A.C.K.S Series Z, Turnbuckle Biter Sporting Ghoul, and ANTONIA AVILLES Zombie Puncher. So yeah, they're pretty cool. I wanted to go ahead and put these two together instead of doing single videos, you know, for each of them. Because, you know, I think they deserve to be shown off together, you know, facing off like so. Maybe get their faces angled a little more like they're actually looking at each other. But yeah, they're pretty neat. It's a different take on anything that you would expect to see, you know, in a zombie apocalyptic fight. You know, why would you have a boxer come in to fight a boxer zombie? It's stupid, but I mean, it's interesting. It's unique. It's original. Definitely original. So I mean, it's cool. I'll give them kudos for doing that.
One freaking shoe on.
Yeah, one shoe on, lost one. But yeah, they're pretty cool. They're not too expensive, I don't think. I think she's going up a little bit in value. She's Boss Fight still has it, but I mean, I'm seeing people just put stuff on eBay, and other people are buying it when they could just go to, you know, bossfightshop.com and buy, you know, directly from the manufacturer. So I mean, you get more for your money, you know, if you want to buy, you know, more than one figure by itself. Maybe they just go on eBay because they were like, we want it faster. I don't have no shipping problems. I think I got my package in like 4 days, something like that. But yeah, so I think that's going to do it for this one. So with that note, I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. If you did, please leave a giant thumbs up.
Subscribe, his notifications so you know post video.
Tickle, tickle, tickle.
Make sure to check us out and follow us on social media. See you all in the next one. Peace.
Peace.